Hey guys, how are you doing today? So today we got another box, Yum Box. This one says, the Pearl of the Orient Sea. I can hear something rattling around in here, which is kind of killing me. So let's dig in, see what we got. Wow, those scissors were close to my face. That was stupid. In case anybody noticed, I didn't realize how unsafe that was. All right, I wish they hadn't blocked half of the picture for the Pearl of the Orient Seas, but oh well, it is what it is. Ooh, it says, welcome to the Philippines. I did not know that the Pearl of the Orient Seas was the Philippines. That's kind of cool. So here's our little card. It gives us some information. Luzon is the island's rice terraces. That island's rice terraces span 12,500 miles. That is a lot of space. Manila, the buttery cheese puffs in your box hail from this city. Ooh, buttery cheese puffs. That sounds good. Cebu, if I'm saying it right, Cebu, home to Fort San Pedro, a 22,000 square foot relic of early Spanish settlement. That's kind of cool. Coron is hot salt water and cool fresh water meet in the island's lake, which makes the swimmers feel weightless. Okay, that sounds cool. I've heard it's the same effect as the Dead Sea in Israel, where it's so salty that you just kind of float on top, which is cool. Palawan, I really don't know if I'm saying any of these right. Caverns, waterfalls, giant bats. You'll find it all in this island's underground river. That sounds pretty fun too. And then the last thing it has on here, Mindanao. This island is a hub for Philippine cacao, which you'll taste in your Choco Mucho bar. That's pretty cool. I love that they give you a little bit of details about stuff. There's a scoreboard on the back here, as well as some of the things here. Oh, it says these poor snacks didn't quite make it into the box. Would you have tried them? Boy bawang lechon manok, roasted chicken corn nuts. Yeah, I would have tried them. Cup kayak cheesy, sweet cheese flavored cupcake. Maybe some sweet cheeses are pretty good. And chippy garlic and vinegar corn chips. Now, I know I would have eaten those. And then it also says you can vote on an upcoming box. Where should they go next? Thailand, Russia, or Mexico? Dude, really, I'm okay with any of those. They all sound fun. And then there's a little booklet again, like there was last time, that gives you more information. It gives you some information about exploring the Philippines. The Philippines in 60 seconds. A trivia challenge. Test your knowledge. And then it gives you more about what there is to check out in here. So the first thing I see in here is Boy Bawang, I guess, cornick. So it's kind of like a cornet. Oh, it's adobo flavored. I love chicken adobo, so there's a good chance I'm gonna like these. And I'll save some for Kevin, but he hates being on video or on camera, so I have decided I am not going to wait for him anytime I receive these boxes, because otherwise there will not be a boxing video. So let's see. They look just like the cornets we have here in the States. Yeah, tastes like adobo seasoning. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, I'd eat the whole bag. I won't yet, though. I have to try the rest of the things. All right. So, the next thing in the book is not the next thing I have. In fact, here we go. We have baked cheesy puffs. Sweet butter and cheese, it says. I can't imagine how this could possibly go wrong. It's basically like a Cheeto, but it's the butter butter Cheeto puffs and the cheese puffs together. Seriously, it looks like a puffy Cheeto. Yeah, absolutely tastes like a butter puff mixed with a cheese puff. Oh, I like it. I might have to eat most of these. I don't know if you need to try those just because they came from a different country. Yeah, that was really good. Okay. There's a bunch of sweeter things. So let's go to this one. Galinko. Or Galenco. I don't know. Egg bites. Egg cookies. These egg white cookies are a must-have for any Christmas celebration. Oh, that's cool. What else does it say? Yes, we realize this is only May, but we're for any Christmas celebration. Oh, wait. But we're not as early as you think. Filipinos celebrate the world's longest Christmas season, beginning in late August and ending in mid-January. Wow, that's impressive. Okay, these are definitely little cookies. So I have to at least try to get the cheesy taste out of my mouth. All right. Sorry for the sniffles. My allergies have been on blast. They literally look like teeny tiny Nilla wafers. They taste like little mini Nilla wafers too. A little crunchier maybe. Oh, really good. Okay. That was the egg bites. Oh, this will probably be good. Cupcake. Cake. Haha, cupcake. But it's spelled different. Sorry. Choco ube. Now, I love ube. It's a purple yam in the Asian area. And we have a store close to here that has a lot of Asian brand goodies. And they have ube cakes all the time. And I seriously love them to death. It almost kind of sparkles on top. Like, did they put sugar crystals on top? I don't know. But that's funny. Now, I don't know how Kevin feels about ube. I might have to just, like, cut this one in half. I don't have a knife in here. I mean, I'm sure I have a lot of cutting implements in here somewhere because it's the craft room. But I don't immediately see a knife. Well, that's okay. We'll just rip it in half, I guess. It's a dense cake. It's not big and fluffy like our cupcakes usually are. I guess some cupcakes are dense, but I mean, it's like really dense. Yeah, it's good. As I expected. Are they coconuts? Is the cocoa coconut? It is. When I said cocoa, I thought it was going to be chocolate. It's not. It's ube and coconut flakes. Oh, that is yummy. Oh, he might not get to taste this. It's going to be hard to give him the other half of this one. Okay, sorry. Next, we have the cookies and cream Choco Mucho bar. Seriously, I want to eat the rest of that cupcake. It's really good. Alright, let's see. That looks interesting. So let's break it in half. Ooh. That's kind of like it's maybe a cookie in the middle, but then there's a caramel down in here that, oh yeah, white chocolate caramel and chocolate cookie center. Oh, sorry, half of that back in there for Kevin. It's a really crispy chocolate cookie on the inside. And it's like they took that chocolate cookie and dipped it in a thin layer of caramel. And then melted white chocolate. They put like melted white chocolate and little crispy chocolate balls on the top. It's really good, actually. So let's see what's next. Sorry. We'll go for this one next. Fudgy Bar Macapuno. I do not know if I said that right. There's a cream called cream-filled, Macapuno cake bar. So is Macapuno a flavor? Oh, it's a coconut. Sorry. I should hold this up here when I'm reading it. So, it says, open up the average coconut and what do you see? Good question. And we didn't know either until we did some research. But now we know that when you open the average coconut, you'll see a layer of white meat and some coconut water. Well, I did already know that, but they didn't apparently. Or they're making it sound like they didn't. However, this cake does not have any average coconut in it. It's made with a Macapuno coconut. And when you open a Macapuno, it's filled with a soft jelly-like flesh. At first, freaked out locals discarded Macapunos, but later discovered their extraordinary sweetness. Today, they're a coveted delicacy. Yes, this cake is made with something truly special, or mutant. It all depends on how you look at it. You know, mutant things are fine sometimes. Not all mutant things are bad. I think the X-Men has proved that to us over the years. Some mutants good, some mutant bad. Okay, let's see. So the picture on the front, it kind of looks like a green Twinkie with cream filling. And honestly, it does kind of look like a little cake. It's kind of cute. But I'm curious how they get cream filling into it if it has a paper wrapper on it, though. Like, do they bake it in the center somehow? This is another one I'm going to have to cut in half and save half for Kevin. Filling. The picture, the reality. I see no cream filling in here at all. Like, is it farther back? No, there's literally no cream filling. I just dropped crumbs on the floor. It tastes good. But it's definitely void of cream filling. So that's kind of disappointing. It doesn't really taste like coconut either. Well, I'd say maybe that one doesn't quite match up to expectation, at least. It's not bad, mind you. It just isn't what I expected because it very specifically says that it's a cream-filled cake bar. And that was not cream-filled in any way, shape, or form. I mean, like, literally, I've gotten... Unless all of the filling is on the other half of the bar that I'm saving for Kevin, but I doubt it. There's literally no cream anywhere in here. This will taste good, though. Sorry, I'm trying to... That ube cupcake back in there. All right, next. I have to switch my page back over. Oh, wait. Does it not have any? Oh, there it is. Sorry. Spanish-Philippine fusions. Goldilocks Pinapig Polvoron. I am sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Toasted rice shortbread. Now, we got the shortbread in our last one. I am not a huge shortbread person, just in general, but I will still test out this toasted rice shortbread. It is dense. So I'm afraid of getting crumbs everywhere. I'm going to break it over my garbage can real quick. Oh, yeah. Crumble. Half of it's still in the wrapper, but the other half broke in half, so I get quarters. Oh, God, it just fell apart in my mouth. Not like in a melty way, but like in a crumbly way. Kind of reminds me of halva. I mean, this is rice. And halva is sesame seed, but the texture of it reminds me of halva. It's I don't know, it's interesting. It's almost like you were making a cracker crumb crust or a nut crumb crust, and you put the butter into the crumbs of whatever and pressed it into the form, and that's it, and let it set up. Like, it really, as soon as I bit into it, it just crumbled into a fine powder in my mouth. It tastes all right. It's not my favorite, but you know what? That's the whole point, is to check out things you normally wouldn't have access to or wouldn't normally try. And it's kind of fun. I kind of dig it. Let's see what some of the fun facts they've got in here. Let's see what you might know about the Philippines. After Ferdinand Magellan first landed in the Philippines in 1522, the islands became a Spanish colony for over 300 years. The Spanish named the land after their king, Philip II, and also gave it the nickname Perla del Mar de Orient, or the Pearl of the Orient Seas. I probably said that wrong, which is bad because I actually somewhat know how to speak Spanish, but not great. What you might not know. In 2018, the ancient remains of a hunted rhino were found in the Philippines. The discovery revealed that early humans inhabited the islands at least 650,000 years ago, much longer than 67,000 years ago, which is what we silly modern humans previously thought. Don't worry, Filipino yums have gotten better since the rhino eating days. Okay. Huh. That's kind of neat. If you want to listen to the greatest hits, I guess, of Philippines, there's a playlist on the Universal Yums website. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that. And then it gives, oh, that says listen next to it. And then it says speak. Instead of how are you, Filipinos commonly greet each other with kumain ka na ba, meaning have you eaten yet? Speaking of, check out this month's recipe below. Oh, that's cool. They give a recipe for torteng talong, a summer staple. Let's see. 2 eggplants, 2 eggs, salt, pepper, vegetable oil, crab meat, which is optional, rice, and fish sauce. Put the full eggplants on a baking sheet, broil, flipping occasionally for about 15 minutes until soft and blackened on all sides. I suppose you could also do that on a grill. I've seen a lot of people grill an eggplant in the same manner. Put them in a Ziploc bag, seal and set aside for 10 minutes to steam. That's interesting. Remove them from the bag, peel and discard the skins. Use a fork to flatten the flesh into a wide teardrop shape. So I'm guessing that's what this piece right here is. That's the wide teardrop shape. Beat eggs in a bowl, add a pinch of salt and pepper. In a large skillet, heat oil over medium heat. Dip eggplants fully into egg mixture and place in skillet. Season with salt and pepper. Spread crab meat on top if desired, lightly pressing it in with a fork. After 4 to 5 minutes, when the underside is crispy, flip and cook 3 more minutes. Transfer eggplants to a paper towel lined plate. Serve over rice with fish sauce. That actually kind of sounds good. I was trying to see if there was anything else interesting that they put in here. Okay, this is funny. It says Country Connections. What could last month's destination Scandinavia have in common with the Philippines? I didn't get Scandinavia. I had England or the UK last month. So that's interesting. But let's see what's in common between Scandinavia and Philippines anyways. Dried fish. Yes. 100% yes. Scandinavians munch on dried codfish called lutefisk. Okay, now that's wrong. Lutefisk is not dried fish or dried cod. What lutefisk is dried cod that has been reconstituted in a lye and water mixture. Yes, lye. Like thing that's in soap. Like poison. And then after it soaks in the lye for several days, it's rinsed for several days, changing the water daily to get it back down to a non-toxic level. This process also renders it a gelatinous texture. So you start with normal fish and then you dry it and then you reconstitute it into a jelly-like texture. And then you cook it on top of that. Now, I don't care how Norwegian I am not eating lutefisk. It sounds disgusting. No. And it is not a dried cod. So that's interesting. But it says Filipinos enjoy dried sardines called tuyo. 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 However that's pronounced. Sadly, neither made it into your boxes. Oh, I don't think people are sad that lutefisk didn't end up in the boxes, especially since calling it dried cod is a gross misrepresentation of exactly what lutefisk really is. But in Scandinavian countries, they do have other types of dried fishes that they do eat in a dried form, almost like a jerky. They are huge on preserved fishes and meats. In fact, lox is a cured salmon that they eat up there a lot. Or gravlax is another way of calling it. Usually lox is just the shortened version. And a lot of people know lox and like cream cheese on a bagel, Jewish, right? Okay, so I'm Jewish too. But did you know that there's actually a large Jewish population that lived in Norway and in Scandinavia in general? Bet you didn't know that one. If you did, awesome. Glad you knew that piece of history. In fact, the country of Norway fought very hard to get their Jews out of the country before they were invaded during World War II. So let's see. The second thing it says they may have a country connection of is that IKEA, the Swedish furniture company, will open its largest retail store in Manila this year. Interesting. And volcanoes. Yeah, volcanoes. That makes sense. Iceland's unpronounceable mountain and the Philippines' Mayon top the list of world's most active volcanoes. Like, seriously, I can't even begin to pronounce the name of this place in Iceland. If you can, awesome. And you're probably from up that way. So I think that's everything in our little booklet. Well, I didn't go through the trivia answers or trivia questions, but I know I'm not going to get them right. So there we go. Oh, a day in the life. It's kind of interesting. Breakfast. Oh, it's kind of they're kind of games, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to pronounce half of this stuff. Interesting. Dinner's typically served with a fork and spoon, but no knife. Or in the case of Kamayan feast, no utensils at all. Kamayans are traditional Philippine dinner feasts that date back centuries, way before Europeans or Americans landed there. The whole community comes together to feast on heaps of finger foods, from fried fish to chicken skewers to steaming rice, all served on banana leaves with no utensils. Which would you reach for first? That's really hard because yum to all of it from the picture I'm looking at. It looks like there's a lot of good stuff. Let's see, lunch all year round. Anything from adobo to torta talong is served for Philippine lunch. But in May, the hottest month of the year, locals need a little something extra to beat the midday heat. I am so sorry. And then it has a melon little juicy thingy. That's kind of cool. When ordering breakfast, Filipinos use shorthand to refer to different combos of ingredients. For example, sinangag, garlic fried rice, or itlog, fried egg, becomes silog. Using the following key, can you decode 3 ingredients in this popular breakfast orders? Okay, I'm totally not going to try to do that game, but I think this video is probably long enough. I might have to eat the rest of these cheese puffs, or maybe the corn nuts. I'll leave Kevin some, I swear. I really will. But that is our little adventure into another country's version of snacks for this month. And we will see what we get next time.